Welcome to the class. Today, let us solve a couple of problems on Rankine cycle. Let us see the first example. A simple Rankine cycle works between pressures 28 bar and 0.06 bar. The initial condition of steam being dry saturated. Calculate the efficiency, work ratio and specific steam consumption. Here in this problem, they given two pressures 28 bar and 0.06 bar, and they mentioned that the initial condition of steam is dry saturated, which means when steam will be dry saturated after converting the water into steam before entering into the turbine, which means if you look at TS diagram, here process 1 to 2 is isentropic expansion process through the turbine. The point 1 is before entering into the turbine. The point 2 is after leaving the turbine. Okay. So as they given in the problem, the initial condition of steam is dry saturated, which means here the point 1 is on saturated vapor line and the corresponding pressure is 28 bar. And after expanding through the turbine, the pressure is 0.06 bar as given in the problem. Here we have to calculate the cycle efficiency, work ratio and specific steam consumption. Okay. Let me explain this TS diagram. As we know that here four processes: isentropic expansion process in the 1 to 2 and heat rejection process in 2 to 3. Here in 2 to 3, heat rejection taking place at constant pressure, which means P2 equals to P3. 3 to 4 is isentropic compression process in the pump, and 4 to 1, the process 4 to 1 is heat addition in the boiler at constant pressure, which means P4 equals to P1. Now let us calculate efficiency, work ratio and specific steam consumption from this TS diagram. Now let us see on TS diagram. The process 1 is on saturated vapor line. The process 3 is on saturated liquid line. So here we have to consider saturated water and saturated steam tables. But in the problem they have given pressure values 28 bar and 0.06 bar. So since we know the values of the pressure, we have to consider the pressure tables. So this is the pressure based saturated water and steam table. From this table, at given pressure we can find the specific enthalpy, specific entropy and specific volume. Here HF means specific enthalpy of the fluid at saturated liquid point. Here Hg means specific enthalpy of the gas. Gas means vapor at saturated vapor line. SF means specific entropy of the fluid. Sg means specific entropy of the gas. Vf means specific volume of the fluid. Vg means specific volume of the gas. Okay, now let us see. In the problem they given that 28 bar, the pressure of the steam before entering into the turbine, that point is 1. At point 1 the pressure is 28 bar. Okay, at 28 bar we have to see the values. What is the enthalpy, specific enthalpy at point 1, specific entropy at point 1. Okay, these values we have to take from the steam tables. But here the point 1 is on saturated vapor line, which means gas. We have to see Hg, Sg, Vg values. Okay, because this point 1 is on saturated vapor line. So now if you look at the steam table, at 28.0 pressure, the Hg value is 2802.0, Sg value is 6.2104. Okay, so since these values are at point 1, we are written as H1 equals to 2802 kilojoule per kg, S1 equals to 6.2104 kilojoule per kg. But actually these values are Hg and Sg. The other pressure is 0.06 bar. Here this pressure is through the process 2 to 3. Why? Because here 2 to 3 is the heat rejection process in the condenser at constant pressure. So the pressure P2 equals to P3, and also here the enthalpies also will be same. Here HF2 equals to HF3. So at a given pressure 0.06 bar, 0.06 bar, we have to take the HF values. Why? Because here this point 3 is on saturated liquid line. So we have to see the HF, SF and VF values. So here at point 0.063 bar, HF equals to 151.15. As we know that HF2 equals to HF3. So that is 151.5 kilojoule per kg. And one more thing is, here the point 2 is, it is situated between the saturation zone, that is between the saturated liquid line and saturated vapor line. At point 2 there will be a mixture. Mixture means we have to take the HFG value, SFG value, VFG value at point 2. Okay, so at point 2 HFG value is 2415.9 kilojoule per kg, and SFG value is 7.809. Okay, and one more thing is SF2 value is 0.521, VF value is 0.001006. Okay, with this data we can find the work done, efficiency of the cycle, and also heat addition and heat rejection through the cycles. Okay, now let us find work done by the turbine. Work done by the turbine equals to H2 minus H1. So here we know the value of H1, but we don't know the value of the H2. H2 is at point 2. So here we know that H2 equals to, we can write it as HF2 plus X2 HFG2. Here in this equation, we know the value of HF2 and also we know the value of the HFG2, but we don't know the value of the X2, that is dryness fraction at point 2. So if you know the X2 value also, we can find the H2 value. So we know that the same equation you can write it as S2 equals to SF2 plus X2 into SFG2. Okay, here S2 equals to S1. Why? Because the process 1 to 2 is isentropic process, so S1 equals to S2. So we can write this equation as S1 equals to SF2 plus X2 into SFG2. Here we know the value of the S1 and also we know the values of SF2, SFG2. These values we have taken from the steam tables. So once you substitute the values, you will get the X2 value from this equation. Okay. So now X2 equals to 7.809. This is the dryness fraction at point 2 in the TS diagram. Now once you substitute this X2 value in this equation, you can get the H2 value, enthalpy at point 2, that is H2 equals to HF2 plus X HFG2. Here we know all the values, HF2, X value and HFG2 value. So you substitute all the values, you will get the specific enthalpy at point 2, that is 1910.27 kilojoule per kg. Now total work done equals to H1 minus H2. H1 value already we have taken from the steam table. H2 value just we have calculated from this equation, that the value is 1910.27. If substitute those values, we can get the work done by the turbine 891.73 kilojoule per kg. Now the other question is pump work. The equation for pump work is work done, work input to the pump. Here work input to the pump is the process 3 to 4. So here HF minus HF3. Generally the equation is H4 minus H3. But here we can write it as HF4 minus HF3 because the point 3 and 4 are in saturated liquid zone. So that's why we can write it as HF4 minus HF3. But we know that work done into the pump equals to integral VdP for constant volume process, integral VdP. So this we can write it as Vf into P4 minus P3 because here the process 3 to 4. That's why we are writing P4 minus P3. And Vf into, we can write it as P1 P2 in terms of P1 P2. Why? Because here P4 equals to P1, P3 equals to P2. Here we know the value of Vf and we know the values of P1 P2. These values are given in the problem, and Vf value we have taken from the steam table. Once substitute all the values, you will get the work done into the pump Now work input into the pump equals to HF4 minus HF3. From this equation, we can find the enthalpy of the fluid at point 4. So on TS diagram, this is the point 4. Here we can find the enthalpy of the fluid from this equation. Now HF4 equals to HF3 plus work input to the pump. Here we know the values of HF3 and work input to the pump. Just now we calculated, and HF3 value we have taken from the steam table. So once you substitute those values, you will get the value of the enthalpy of the fluid at point 4, that is 154.29 kilojoule per kg. Now the other question is net work done. We know that net work done equals to work done by the turbine minus work input to the pump. So here also we know the both the values. We calculated work done by the turbine and work input to the pump. Just substitute both the values, you will get the net work done equals to 888.94 kilojoule per kg. The other question is efficiency of the cycle. Efficiency of the cycle equals to net work done divided by heat supplied Q1. So this equation we can write it as net work done divided by heat supplied Q1. Here we are supplying the heat in the process 4 to 1, where we are adding the heat to the boiler. So this we can write it as H1 minus HF4. Here we know the value of W net, and also we know the values of H1 and HF4. H1 value we have taken from the steam table, and the HF4 value just now we calculated. Just substitute all the values, we will get the efficiency of the cycle, that is 33.57%. And also we can find the work ratio. Work ratio equals to W net divided by W work done by the turbine. That is, here also we know the both the values, net work done and work done by the turbine. Substitute the both the values, and the work ratio equals to 0.997. And the last question is specific steam consumption. So that is, we have to find the in kilowatts per hour, kilojoules per kilowatts per hour. So 3600, because it should be in hours. That's why 3600 divided by net work done. We know the value of net work done. The final is 4.09 kg per kilowatt hour. Now let us solve one more problem. The second example is, in a Rankine cycle, the steam at inlet to turbine is saturated at a pressure of 35 bar and the exhaust pressure is 0.2 bar. Determine the pump work, the turbine work, the Rankine efficiency, the condenser heat flow, the dryness at the end of expansion. Assume flow rate is 9.5 kg per second. Here they given that the steam at inlet to the turbine, the pressure is 35 bar, at exit of the turbine is 0.2 bar. If you look at TS diagram, here the process 1 to 2 is isentropic expansion process through the turbine. The point 1 is inlet of the turbine, the point 2 is exit of the turbine. Here in the problem they have given that at point 1 at inlet of the turbine the pressure is 35 bar. At point 2 at exit of the turbine the pressure is 0.2 bar. Okay. Now from this data we have to find the pump work, turbine work, efficiency, condenser heat flow and drainage fraction. As we know that here we can see on TS diagram the point 1 and point 3 are on saturated vapor line and saturated liquid line respectively. So here we have to consider saturated water and saturated steam tables. And also in the problem they have given the values of pressures 35 bar and 0.2 bar. Here since they have given pressure values, we have to consider the pressure table. So this is the saturated water and steam table based on pressure. As we know that from the pressure we can find the specific enthalpy, specific entropy and specific volume. Now let us see at point 1 the pressure is 35 bar. Here point 1 is the inlet of the turbine and the pressure at point 1 is 35 bar. So at 35 bar we have to find the specific enthalpy, specific entropy and specific volume. But since the point is on saturated vapor line, here we have to take the Hg, Sg and Vg values. So if you look at the steam table at 35 bar, Hg value is 2802.0 kilojoule per kg and Sg value is 6.1228. Here we can see already written here. Since here the point is 1, we can write it as in terms of H1 and S1. The other pressure is 0.2 bar. At the exit of the turbine is the pressure 0.2 bar. Here the 0.2 bar through the process 2 to 3. Here 2 to 3 is the heat rejection process through the condenser. Here pressures are equal, P2 equals to P3 and also HF2 equals to HF3. Here since the point 3 is on saturated liquid line, we have to take the Hg, HF value, SF value and Vf values. So if you look at the steam table at 0.20, HF value is 251.5, HFG value is 2358.4, that is at 0.2, and Vf value is 0.001017 and SF value is 0.8321 and SFG value is 7.0073. Okay. At here the point 2 is in the saturation zone between the saturated vapor line and saturated liquid line. At point 2 there will be wet steam, water vapor mixture will be there. So here at this point we have to take the FG values, HFG, SFG and VFG. Now let us see first question, turbine work. Here we know the equation for work done by the turbine equals to m dot into h1 minus h2. Here m dot is mass per h1 is enthalpy at inlet of the turbine, h2 is enthalpy at outlet of the turbine. Here we know the value of the h1. The h1 value we have taken from the steam table, and also in the problem they given m dot value, mass per rate, but we don't know the value of the h2. So here we know that we can write it as h3 equals to hf2 plus x2 into hfg2. Here we know the values of hf2 and hfg2. Those values are we have taken from the steam table, but we don't know the value of the x2. Once we know the x2 value, we can find the h2 value. So the same equation we can write in terms of entropy. S2 equals to sf2 plus x2 into sfg2. Here we know the values of sf2 and sfg2. Those values are we have taken from the steam table, and this S2 we can write it as S1 because if you look at TS diagram, process 1 to 2 is the isentropic expansion process through the turbine. So the entropies are constant. S1 equals to S2. So we can write it as S1 equals to SF2 plus X2 into SFG2. Here we know the value of the S1 value, which we have taken from the steam table. Once we substitute all the values, we can find the X2 value, dryness fraction at 0.2. That is 0.747. Now, if you substitute this X2 value in this equation, we can find the H2. H2 equals to HF2 plus X2 into HFG2. HF2, HFG2 values are we have taken from the steam tables. X2 value just we have calculated. Once you substitute all the values, we can find the H2 value, that is 2013 kilojoule per kg. Now we can find the turbine work. Turbine work equals to m dot into H1 minus H2. H1 value we have taken from the steam table. H2 value we just calculated, and m dot value they have given in the problem, that is 9.5. Once you substitute all the values, we can find the work done by the turbine equals to 7495.5 kilowatts. The second question is pump work. Work input to the pump equals to HF4 minus HF2. Here on TS diagram, 3 to 4 is the pump work. Work input to the pump work. Here both the points are in the saturated liquid zone. So we can write it as HF4 minus HF3. And also we can write it as work done into the pump equals to integral VdP, because here it is a constant volume process, that we can write it as V into P4 minus P3. Since on TS diagram the process 3 to 4 is the pump work, we can write it as P4 minus P3. This we can write it as V into P1 minus P2, because P4 equals to P1, P3 equals to P1, and TS diagram. Now here we know the specific volume. P1, P2 values are given in the problem. Once you substitute all the values, you will get the work input to the pump 3.54 kilojoules per kg. Now we can also find this HF4 at 0.4 from this equation. Work input to the pump equals to HF4 minus HF3. So from this equation we can find the specific enthalpy of the fluid at 0.4, that is HF3 plus work input to the pump. Here HF3 value we have taken from the steam table. Work input to the pump we just calculated. Substitute both the values, you will get the value of specific enthalpy of the fluid at 0.4, that is 255.0 per kilojoule per kg. Now power required to drive the pump of 9.5 kilojoules per second, that is 9.5 into 3.54. Here 3.54 is the work input to the pump, 9.5 is mass flow rate per unit. So we can get the value 33.63 kilowatts. The other question is Rankine cycle efficiency. We know that Rankine cycle efficiency equals to H1 minus H2 by H1 minus HF2, that is net work done divided by heat input, heat addition. Here we know all the values. H1 value we have taken from the steam table, H2 value we have calculated, HF2 value we have taken from the steam table. Substitute all the values, we will get the efficiency of the Rankine cycle, that is 30.93%. The other question is condenser heat flow. Q equals to m dot into H2 minus HF3. Here m dot is per unit mass, H2 enthalpy at 0.2 is we have calculated, HF3 we have taken from the steam table. Substitute all the values, we will get the condenser heat flow 16734.25 kilowatts. The dryness fraction is this, we already calculated, H2 equals to 0.747 or 74.7%.